Hello everyone, welcome back to the Guild Wars 1 playthrough. This is going to be the last day in Pre-Searing, so enjoy the scenery while it lasts, because once we move on, it's not going to be this nice. You'll see, but just enjoy it while it lasts, okay? Let's get into it. Alright, first things first, let's talk to this collector guy. We have 5 scales, so we can get this little belt pouch here. Go ahead and pick that guy up and equip that. So, alright, we got a little more inventory space. I kind of cleaned up my inventory and stuff. So we just have one little die that we found, and that's all we have in there, along with our salvage kit and identification kit. So it's nice to get that nice and cleaned up. It stresses me out when I have random junk in there. Alright, next order of business, we're going to go ahead and lock in Mesmer. Here we go. Alright. Thanks, Lady Althea. We are officially an Ellie/Mesmer. Right here, if you let this conversation go on between Prince Rurik and Captain Orzik, he'll start talking about how him and Lady Althea are like going to be married and stuff. Yeah, see, he's talking about lovely, isn't she? Eventually, you let that conversation go on long enough. Captain Orzik will give you a quest to go around the lakeside country and get a couple different items to gift Lady Althea for Prince Rurik. A couple things like a beautiful feather and then a precious pearl. There's another one. I can't think of what it is. Maybe it's a beautiful shell. Maybe that's what it is. But that's a fun quest. We're not going to do it. I'm going to do one more quest. We're going to go north of the wall. We're going to do this quest that the gate guard has for us. We're going to go find Ben Wolfson near Pekin Square, and we're going to take him back south of the wall and get him safe again. So one change that the developers have updated in the game is this lever here and this gate. I think I've talked about this before. So to go north of the wall, previously you had to have 2 players. Now you only have to have 1. Before, you would have to have someone pull that lever and then the other player would run through the gate. Oh my god, what just happened? Okay, let's see if we can still make it. Now you can only have, or now it's possible, we're not going to make it on that one. Alright, let's try this again. Okay, let's see if we can get it this time. Okay, now you're able to do it by yourself. You're able to pull that lever, and then if you run down here efficiently, you're able to run through that gate before it closes. But you have to do it not exactly perfectly, but you have to get pretty close. Otherwise, you're going to get knocked, or it's going to shut on you, because, yep, see? We had maybe like a second left. And then this one, you can just run through this gate. There's no hitbox on that. Alright, so we're north of the wall. We are going to go find Ben Wolfson? Is it Ben Wolfson? Yes, Ben Wolfson. We got to go find him, and we're going to take him south of the wall, get him safe. And then that's going to be it. After that, we're going to leave this tutorial area and move on to the real game, which is highly unfortunate because this area is so nice, and it's just sad. It's sad leaving it. I kind of want to stay here forever, but that's just not possible for this series. We have to move on. So this quest is pretty easy. You don't have to fight anything too dangerous. There are, like you saw in last episode when I was being carried by a higher level character, or by a higher level player, there's char out here that are level, I think 8, right? There's level 8 char that you can fight if you want, but they're pretty easily avoidable. So I'll be able to go out here. I'll just be able to AoE down these Grawl pretty easily. And I think besides these Grawl, there's some level 5 oak hearts, which are they're pretty high level for pre-searing standards. But they're vulnerable to fire damage, which is fortunate for us because that's our primary. Hey, we dinked. That's our primary mode of damage. So we're able to knock stuff out pretty easily. All right, let's spin these really quick. What do we want to dump it into? Let's just do energy magic. Yeah, that's fine. All right. Okay, so we got Ben Wolfson. We could fight these Char if we wanted to. But yeah, it's 4 level 8s, 2 warriors, 1 monk, and 1 necro. No, let's pass on that. Because they're gonna kill Ben Wolfson dies pretty quick. So even if they aggroed all on him initially, they would kill him and then they would kill me real quick. So there's nothing in it for us to fight them right now. I think we just leave them. We just grab Ben and let's head south of the wall. This is unfortunately one of those quests where you have to backtrack, but you know, it's whatever. Just gives us more time to appreciate this. I guess maybe maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just me with my nostalgia goggles, but I don't know. I just love this area. I like those god rays coming through. Yeah, it's just a really, really, really pretty area. Almost there, Ben. Let's go. Oh, he decided we're gonna fight this oak cart. Okay. So I kind of get. So a little bit about me. I have freaking commitment issues when it comes to my characters that I choose. I always second guess myself and be like I just saw that animation. I was like, oh man, that'd be cool to be a ranger, wouldn't it? It'd be kind of cool to be a ranger. You'd have a pet. You have cool armor. I don't know, just having a bow and stuff. That seems cool. But yeah, I start itching. Like maybe I'll just start over. How about that? And then that just happens over and over again, and then I never get anywhere. That's how I unofficially play MMOs, and that's how I get nowhere. All right, so we did that. Wrap that up. Okay. It is time to come up here, get our reward for accepting our secondary profession. After doing that, we're gonna get a quest to talk to Sir Titus, and then we're gonna say goodbye. It's time to... Are we ready to leave everything behind? Yes, we are. Quest log is empty. And we have nothing left to do. I mean, there is more stuff to do if we wanted to, but it's just time to move on. Alright, and you see the game has automatically assigned some henchmen to our team. What they used to do, and it would have done it if we had other players that were trying to load into this mission at the same time as us, it would put us into a PvP match together. It used to force people before they entered the real game to play some PvP, because that was a very... at the beginning of the development of this game, they really saw PvP as the true end game, so they really tried to force that onto new players to get into PvP. Nowadays, you rarely are loading into this mission at the same time as another player, so usually it just skips it. But then you get in here and Prince Rurik is talking about how we were delayed because we were, you know, fighting and stuff, and we were showing great promise, but that in actuality that never actually happened. But we're out here with Prince Rurik. We're gonna hunt down that Char that you may remember us seeing when we were helping out Devona with the Grawl. He was the one that we went down to the catacombs to see if the Char were down there. We found that sharp claw, or was it a sharp tooth? I can't remember. But anyway, we found evidence of a Char down there. That's who we were looking for. So we got to get out here and take him out and see what he's up to. Yes, we have to go defeat Doomtooth and his minions. These vanguards would get out of my way. Not vanguards, the Ascalonian guards. One thing that I am excited about once we get out of the pre-searing area is that we'll be finally able to get some more skills, which is going to be good because my skill 3 and my skill 4 here, skill 4 is pretty useful, but skill 3 has been completely useless to us. There's no reason to use it. It has a longer cooldown, it takes longer for the projectile to hit a foe when compared to my just skill 1 here. And it does less damage, so I think it knocks down the enemy. So maybe there's that, but still, I'd rather just have the number 1 that I can just auto. So I'm excited to replace that on my bar with something a little more useful, because I think I'm just going to specialize in fire magic and energy storage. I think that's just the way to go. There could be an argument for air magic, but I think just fire magic is the way to go. Just big damage, big AoEs. That's what I'm about. Okay, here we are. We're gonna round this bend. And this big scary guy, this is who we're after. He's apparently enlisted the help of these Grawl. I used to be confused when I started playing this game. Well, one, because I was young and I had no idea what was going on. But I thought like the Grawl were like a type of char. It was very confusing to me that they were different. But hey, we took out the big boss and here we are. Should be all good now. Let's see what happens.
It was on that day that the Char discovered a way around the Great Wall, a way to bring it down. This is where the true story begins.
So here we are, 2 years later in poop version of Ascalon. So I told you enjoy it while it lasts, because it's gone. Pre-Searing Ascalon, what you came to love and enjoy, has been stripped from you. Alright, let's see what Captain Orzik has for us. Alright, so he says, we've been out in the field, so you possibly haven't heard that the ambassador has arrived from our old enemy Kryta. They can help us fight the Char, but the king won't even talk to him. The prince hasn't been able to make any headway with his father, but he knows the king trusts Titus, and Titus trusts you. Maybe perhaps you can talk to War Master Titus about this matter. He's in his usual place in Ascalon City. And we say, of course, we'll take care of that. So, oh, what the heck? Okay, the Shatterer Golem just decides that he's going to attack us from below the... Okay, we got him. So, to catch you guys up to speed of what happened, let's take a look at the map. You'll see our map has been replaced. We have this giant gray circle of poop for Ascalon. This is now what Ascalon is. But we also have access to the rest of the map over here. So what the Char did, you saw in that cutscene, they used that cauldron. That cauldron was given to them by what are called the Titans. And I meant to focus on, when we went to the North Wall, there was like a totem to one of the Titans. Maybe I'll put it on screen right now, the screen cap of it. But they started worshiping the Titans, which gave them access to some magic via that cauldron that allowed them to do what's called the searing. That's why it's pre-searing, post-searing. So they did the searing. They were able to breach the wall, and they're still primarily north of the wall. They don't have complete hold of south of the wall yet. Humans are still holding them off, but they were able to breach the wall. So they attacked Ascalon, but there was also 2 other human kingdoms that they also attacked. They attacked Kryta over here, and then they attacked Or down here. So when they attacked Or, you'll see that Or is sunken. The kingdom of Or decided, instead of surrendering to the Char, that they would just yeet themselves into the ocean. So now they're just completely sunken under the ocean. That event was called the Cataclysm. So if you hear anyone discussing that in game, that's what that is. Hold on. And then, okay, so yeah, we talked about Or. They sunk themselves instead of being taken over by the Char. And then Kryta were also attacked by the Char, but they were able to hold off the Char. They're the only human kingdom that has successfully held them out and driven the Char out of their land. So here in Ascalon, we're still fighting the Char. But Kryta is here to try to lend us a hand. But Kryta, Or, and Ascalon all were warring before all of this started. So there's still a lot of bad blood between the Ascalonian king and the Krytans. So he does not want to accept help from them. But Prince Rurik would like to accept help from the Krytans. So it's kind of driving a wedge in between those two and their supporters. So we're going to kind of see how that plays out. But we're going to talk to War Master Titus here, and maybe we can sway him. Don't talk to me about this Krytan ambassador. I've been getting an earful from both sides. So he's being pulled by both Prince Rurik and King Adalbern and their supporters. So he tells us to piss off. He's loyal to the king, and if we were smart, we would be too. Okay, so we get the reward from that quest. And then there's a king's message. I have an important task for you. Please deliver this royal message to Ambassador Zane of Kryta. And we're going to go out to his camp. It's out in Old Ascalon. He wants us to take Elysia, which is this healer henchman. So that's just kind of teaching you, if you were new to the game, which I don't know, it's kind of strange because you're forced to have these henchmen anyway, and they're still in your party, even when you're done with that first mission. But it's just to teach you about the henchman mechanic, which I think I've discussed before. But basically, when you're in towns in Post-Searing, there's always going to be some henchmen hanging out, and you can choose between. Right now, we have a party of 4, so I'm going to have 3 henchmen with me if I want to. I could go out there solo if I wanted to, but it's just going to be very difficult. So, I'm going to go ahead and keep the party of 4 now. You get less experience. Like I think I've discussed before, the experience gets divided between you. The gold gets divided between you. But I'll get all the loot since I'm the only actual player. But if I was out here with 3 other players, we would all 4 have a role on the loot table. And remember when I said that these devourers, how I think they're cool, but I eventually hate them? This is when I start hating them, because you won't see them on the minimap, and then you'll just walk somewhere and they'll just pop out of the ground and you gotta fight them, and they're super annoying. But alright, here we are at Ambassador Zane, and also Rurik is here. Okay, so just what Rurik wanted to say to him is that he supports Ambassador Zane. He wants to accept their help, but his hands are kind of tied. So we're going to talk to Zane and see what's going on with him. We give him that message, and the message basically says, piss off, you're not welcome into the city. And King Adalbern has suggested that he goes back to Kryta in so many words. Alright, so we did that. Let's see what Ambassador Zane would like. He has 2 quests for us. I think both of them are technically... I think these are both secondary quests. We'll do the helping of people of Ascalon. What I'm going to kind of do is I'm going to be kind of selective about which secondary quests I want to do. I think I'm going to kind of focus on the main missions for now, just because, I mean, Ascalon is so... Post-Searing Ascalon is so depressing. I just kind of want to get out of this area and get into a nicer looking area as soon as possible. Here, I'm going to take these quests. I might do these, maybe I'll do them on screen, maybe I'll do them off screen, but they give me skills, so... I know this one gives me lava font, so that's why I want to do this quest, because lava font's like an AoE fire skill, so I would like to replace this lightning javelin with lava font as soon as possible. I'm gonna accept this. We got to go back to Ascalon City. Basically, he just wants me to give a package to Ellie Rigby here, and it's a package to help out like orphaned children and stuff like that. So quite nice of him. We're gonna drop that off really quick. She says thanks, no problem. All right, let's go back to Ambassador Zane for our reward. And then we're going to run back in here, and we're going to talk to War Master Titus again, who is going to give us a quest that will lead us to our first mission. So I'm just going to go run out here again. I'm going to go talk to Ambassador Zane, and then I'm going to run out here. I'm going to go talk to Ambassador Zane, and I will talk to you guys once I'm there. Right, what's up, Ambassador Zane? Look at this guy's outfit. Pretty cool looking. Okay, so we did that stuff. He says thanks, gives us some things. I don't want energy trap. I want that though. Thank you, thank you. Put that on the bar. Cool. And whoops. Back to Ascalon City we go. So there's a couple things in here I might do after this first mission. I would like to upgrade our armor again, because, well, let's see. So we got this pretty much completely frivolous armor back in Pre-Searing that gave us I think starter armor was like a level 5 armor, and now this is 7. So that's basically nothing. We're gonna take this Defender of the Wall. There you are. I was asked to pass a message from Prince Rurik. There is trouble at the Great Northern Wall. We're gonna go talk to Zachary. One thing before you go, since Althea's disappearance, the prince has grown increasingly reckless. Okay, so we're not supposed to cross the prince, because remember we were talking about Lady Althea and Prince Rurik. They were going to get married or whatever. Apparently Lady Althea has gone missing after the searing, so that's kind of a bummer. There is a secondary quest that I think we will do that covers what happens to Lady Althea. So maybe we shall do that after we get maybe 2 of the primary story missions under our belt. Maybe we'll do that mission. It's long as crap though. That's the thing. But you can probably do it. It gives you really good XP. Alright, so we got to the Great Northern Wall. Let's talk to Zachary and tell him that we're here. What's up, Zachary? What do you guys need? He says, I don't know anything. Go talk to Captain Callahan. Get your party together and let's go. Right. This is the first mission. How the missions work is you go into a outpost where the mission starts. Some campaigns you have to talk to someone to enter the mission. In Prophecies, it's just a button on the UI. We're going to hit enter mission. You get a little countdown, and then we're going to get on in there. So missions are a little bit different than like your regular map instances. These are set up so if you die, like your whole party dies, you completely wipe and you're kicked back out to the outpost. And, you know, too bad, so sad. If you were right at the end, you have to restart everything. So they're a little bit high stakes. Okay, Captain Callahan. He saw Bountifast Burnt Fur. He's out there. He's trying to plan stuff, and he's talking too fast for me to read. So just gonna let him talk and run away. But we have to go out here. And we're gonna find Bountifast Burnt Fur, who is a general for the Char. And he has a group of Char, and we're gonna see what he's planning and what he's up to. Ooh, we have this new skill. Let's try it out. Yes. It's this like nice ring of lava around me. This is like pretty good AoE damage. That's pretty exciting. I like how everything looks in this mission. It just gives you that whole like doom and gloom. Just everything is terrible now. It kind of lets you just see the vastness of the destruction that the Searing did on the landscape of Ascalon. So one thing I'm going to try to do as I'm going through these missions, I'm going to try to do all of the bonus missions. So each mission in Prophecies has a like secondary objective. Sometimes it's kind of closely related to the primary objective. Sometimes it's completely obscure and has nothing to do with anything, but it's still part of the mission or whatever. I'm going to try to do all of them. Most of them, I mean, some of them are really strange and out there. A lot of them are kind of annoying, but we'll kind of just deal with it. I'm kind of a completionist, so if I don't get the bonus, it's going to bother me greatly. So I think let's just go for it. I wonder if I could just run past these mobs. Maybe that would have been the right move, but hey, we're getting XP and stuff, so this is not that bad. It's kind of nice being the just being a backline spellcaster. All these guys take the aggro, and I just drop crazy DPS on them from the back. It's quite nice. And we're just getting started. We're gonna unlock some other skills later on. That's gonna be nuts. I like these plague devourers. I like when they cast spells, their little tails like go intertwined and shit. Looks nice. And we've come across our first boss here. You can tell that they're I think we've talked about it before, but when they're all glowy like that, it means that they're a boss. So you'll get they're a little bit tougher, but you get double XP for fighting them. If you kill them, you get a morale boost, which we'll see here in a second. Oh my god, that heal sig gave him so much. Okay, so yeah, we get this 2% morale boost from killing a boss. It would also recharge this healing signet. So if I use this healing signet on one of my teammates, it goes grayed out. I can only use it once. But if you kill a boss, then it recharges, so that's kind of nice. Man, just look at that destruction. I love how they did that, how they decided to put that gate in there. You open that gate out, and then you just get to see the vastness of how just destroyed everything is. It's kind of like beautiful in a way. I'm very thankful that I am an elementalist right now fighting these green devourers. These are like rangers, and they use a skill, I forget what it's called. It's like lightning reflexes, I think, but that makes it so they block a bunch of your melee attacks. But since I'm using spells and things, that can't be blocked, so it's very beneficial for us. But yeah, if I was a warrior, it's just sad times, because you're just sitting there trying to do damage and you're just being blocked every single time, and it's just a bummer. That's another reason why I kind of prefer just playing a spellcaster. But melee characters are fun. I don't dislike them. Uh-oh. I aggroed this Moa. It walked into my firestorm. It's not my fault. Alright, for the bonus for this mission, we need to find these wreckage nodes, and it's gonna drop a piece of armor. We need 4 pieces of armor, and we need to take it to a spirit, and that will be the bonus for this mission. Ah, crap! They just walked out of my. No! Stop moving around, Orion. Taking them out of my AoEs. Right. Classic Orion, dropping the firestorm after something's dead. So this area is kind of cool. Those Grawl and all the gargoyles fighting each other. Guess they don't get along. It's kind of cool seeing enemy mobs in the game fighting each other. I kind of like when games do that. Kind of have to figure out who we're going to try to take out first. I think let's take out the gargoyles. There's more of them. So later on in the game, we can't do it now, but we'll be super excited when we see bosses of the same profession as us, because they have elite skills that you can capture from them. So how that works is you buy a signet of capture from a skill trainer, it sits on your bar and is completely useless until you fight a boss. And then once you kill it, you can use that signet of capture, and you can use it to capture any skill that might happen to be on that boss, including their elite skills. And that's how you unlock elite skills in this game. I think it's a lot cooler system than Guild Wars 2, if I'm being honest. Alright, let's run over here through the tar. Sweet and awesome Guild Wars 1 mechanic that slows your movement. Yeah, let's go over here and let's grab this other piece of wreckage. What do we got? Okay. Another piece of armor. Sweet. I'm curious, it seems like the Moas might be the only... one of the only creatures that survived the searing. Like, the Devourers did. The Gargoyles did. And the humans, obviously, some of them did. But, like, there used to be bears and wolves and those plague worms. And I guess the elementals survived. Not the frost elementals, just the stone elementals. Yeah. It killed a lot more than just humans in the searing. Apparently the Moas. The Moas were resilient enough to survive. Okay, so to finish the mission, you would continue up this path. But we have the second to last wreckage here. We're gonna grab those greaves. But yeah, you can see. Maybe you can see. Maybe not. There's a campfire there. There's a few char around there that we have to go fight. But to do the bonus, we have to start going this way on the path now. We're going to kind of loop around here, and then we're going to find the last piece of wreckage. And then if we continue on this path, we're going to find the grave or whatever for that spirit we need to talk to. There's also another boss over here for us to fight. This time it's a necromancer, it looks like. Yeah. Okay, yeah, he's pretty easy. Kind of a chump. It seems like in Prophecies they have a lot of bosses scattered about in the missions. So it seems like you always have some, like a morale boost on your team. So that seems pretty nice. I don't know if that's something that is the same in the following, or in the campaigns that followed Prophecies, if they put as many bosses in their missions. I don't think so. It doesn't seem like it. Okay, we're gonna kind of come around the bend. You'll see this NPC on the minimap. I gotta go talk to this guy. Okay. He explains that he's a restless spirit. He wants his enchanted armor back so he can seal the tomb. Okay. And he wants his stuff back so he can pass into the rift. Alright. And we just handed it to him, and there's the bonus. What's kind of cool is that you don't have to finish the rest of the mission. Like, the bonus is locked in now. So even if we wiped now, we wouldn't have to do that again. But yeah, this is what I was talking about. So you can see on the icon of the minimap, you get that sword through it. Once we complete the primary mission, another sword will go the other way. But yeah, that's just something with me. I can't open the map and see that missing, or it haunts me. It tortures me. So it's something I must do. Yeah, let's run up, going back the way we came, and we just need to go to the top of this path to where that wall is, and that'll kind of be the end of this mission, or very close to the end. Right, another boss for us to fight, and then 2 warriors. I like this guy's name, Maul, Rip, and Tear. Okay. He's pretty easy to take out, huh? Alright, we just gotta go to the end of this path and see what we see. It looks like we got some campfires or something going on over here. Before I do this, let me just brace you. You're about to experience a Guild Wars 1 cutscene, and this might ruin cutscenes for you going forward. These are the highest quality of all gaming of all time. You are forewarned that you will not be able to go back to others after seeing this.
The Char invasion force. Captain Calhan was right. They've spotted us! Back to the wall!
Right. Pretty awesome, huh? I like how they just broke through that gate with no explanation how that was done. They're just chilling on the other side of the gate and it just like explodes. It just blows it open for no reason. No explanation needed. But alright, this last little bit of the mission, you just have to run. It looks like all my henchmen are gonna freaking die. Okay, there goes Elysia. Oh, Orion and Elysia dead. I'm kind of tempted to make a tally of how many times Elysia dies. Elysia has a tendency to just run into groups of enemies and just let herself get killed. Or just do something stupid, like she'll start casting some long cast time spell while stuff is chasing her and then she gets killed doing that. It's highly irritating because if Elysia dies, then everyone else is going to die pretty soon after because she's the healer of the group, right? But right now it's okay, because we're just running away. That's all we have to do. We just have to make it to the wall and hopefully avoid all these char, because look how many char are chasing us. Yes, if they caught up to us, we're dead for sure, so we need to stay ahead of them. Oh, Stefan decided that he was going to go fight them, and that was that I would say was an error. Oh man, we have another group converging. Oh no. They're getting close. I think those archers are going to try to start taking shots at me now. Oh no. Oh no. Don't kill me. I shouldn't have looked back. We'll get up here and these Ascalonian veterans will start kind of taking the aggro. Oh man, they're so fast. Why am I so slow when they're so fast? Okay, you guys go take the aggro. Go fight them. I'm going to go hide behind the wall. Captain Callahan, save me. Captain Callahan, where are you? There you are. Okay, we did it. And our henchmen are back. Thank God.
You're back. Well done. What news of the Char? Sir, we found Bonfast Burntfur and the Char army in a valley to the north. But I'm afraid we were spotted. They come
Look
from
at his
the wall as we
eyes.
speak.
Very unnerving.
There are too many.
There's no way that guy can see over that. Get that guy a box.
The wall is lost. We must fall back. Retreat! Retreat!
It does seem like they're giving up easily, right? Couldn't they just retreat in there and close the gates and stuff?
Bunkers just north of Fort Rannoch. We can't let the Char make it to the capital.
Well, anyway, we did it. I kind of disagree with these military tactics, but you know, what do I know? Seemed like they just gave up that outpost rather quickly. But we get well, we got some extra stuff we didn't pick up. Get TP'd back to Fort Rannoch. You will remember this area as the area where we got our 2 pieces of armor. Remember there was the weirdo that took the spider legs, and then the guy that was standing about here that took the unnatural seeds that gave us our chest piece that we're wearing. So this is mission number 2. In this mission, we will try to fight the Char back up because they've kind of come through they've breached the wall and now they're occupying this area. So we have to fight those Char back now. So, but that will be for a next episode. I hope you guys are enjoying this. Please hit that like button. If you've made it this far, you might as well hit the like button because obviously you've liked it. Or maybe you've hated it and you've hated every second of it and you're like, I freaking hate this guy. He's such a moron. But at any rate, if that's the case, go ahead and hit that dislike button. It won't hurt my feelings. You can go for it. Seriously, guys, hit the subscribe button if you want to see more. That way you're notified when I post my next video. But if you've made it this far, honestly, thank you so much. That means so much to me. Anyway, I'll see you guys later. See ya.